Welcome to Boxing Live with Chris Gavin. Our guest today is Vishawn Owens out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. You want to take the comments off? Let's take the comments off right now. Turn comments off. Hold on. Turn it on. Okay. Okay. Request to go live. We waiting on Vishawn to get in here. We got a lot to talk to that brother about. Off the last interview with what's my man's name? Darnell Boone. My last interview with Darnell Boone. People started asking me what I was drinking because I was drinking one of these, and it was uh, protein water, some type of protein water I got from the local store. Vishawn, I'm about to patch you in. You just gotta accept that, my brother. My kid's trying to get outside. Vishawn, there you go, brother. What's up? What's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on?
Nah, what you got? What you got going on, man?
Man, nothing much really. Um,
First off, let's for anybody that don't know who you are, just go ahead and plug yourself real quick, and let everybody know what you got going on now.
Vishawn Owens. I'm a pro fighter. I fight under PBC for about a few years now. You know, we were supposed to have a huge card. What April I think. Uh,
Yeah,
Two of my teammates was gonna fight for a world title. I was gonna be televised, and another one of our teammates was gonna fight as well. But and we was all training, getting ready for that. But then they hit us with the news fights canceled. So then
right.
so we just been what they told us, get ready, don't get it too out of shape because we might get that opportunity again. And what do you know? A couple days later, they gave us the notion that we back in action. So, um, I want to say tomorrow morning we're gonna go right back to camp.
Got you. And when's the fight scheduled for?
July 25th.
Okay, now PBC, that's Fox, right? That's PBC. That's the one. My man Sean Porter out of Cleveland. He's on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's my dude. He's I met him twice. He's a good guy.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What'd you say?
No, I say yeah. He's a good dude. I met him a couple of times.
Um, you're in well, for one, tell us how you got into boxing. Where was the beginning for you?
Uh, I kind of that question really gets me because I was typically fighting a lot. I was into a lot of just street stuff.
Yeah.
My dad, he was you know, doing all this and that, fighting everybody. You might as well make some money out of it. You know,
Hmm.
I was 13, 14, early birthday present. And then after that, the street life still kind of took over me. It took me a few years until I actually got it together to get back into the sport. And then after that, I haven't left ever since.
Now, what was that part of your life like when you was in the street and stuff like that? Don't incriminate yourself. Don't tell me. Don't say
No,
nothing
no, no.
crazy.
No,
I ain't DJ Vlad, but
no,
don't
no.
say nothing crazy. Let's talk
Yeah.
about what type of stuff you was into, allegedly.
Um, allegedly. Uh, I don't. I mean, just like I'm trying to. I'm trying to say it allegedly in a way to where like people understand. Um, a lot of like gang activity, a lot of fighting, like a lot of breaking in, a lot of robbing, a lot of
Gotcha.
just it was just a lot of unfortunate, events that I just wish that I could have never experienced or been in. But I mean, like it happens,
It's part of growth.
It's yeah, it's a part of growth. It's a part of, and like when I said that, like it still kind of took advantage of my life until I finally got it together. Um, I was like 16, 17. I was on the block or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and I had offered pretty much I ran into like the coach and I tried to like sell him some whatever and he's like, don't I know you? I'm like, no, you don't know me. He's like, yeah, I know you. You was that one kid. You used to box, didn't you? I'm like, I just tried to sell weed to my old coach. And he was like, man, you was a good kid. He was like, I hope your dad is fine. He was real cool with my dad. He was like, you was a real good kid. Unfortunately, I'm sorry what happened to your pops or whatever. Um, but take care of yourself. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. No, bruh. I'm coming back. He's like, I hear that all the time. I was like,
Wow.
coming back. He was like, all right. It was, I want to say it was a Friday I had ran into him. I was back in the gym that Monday.
Hmm.
And like I said, I'm here now. I was like 17. I was 16 or 17 when I ran into him, and then, like I said, it was a wrap after that. I just stick to boxing.
Now, what's his name? What's the coach's name?
Well, his name is dang, what's his name? Jock, but
Oh, shout
Jock,
out to Jock. Shout out
yeah,
to Jock, wherever he at, because he changed your life and
yeah,
got you on the right path.
yeah, but it's a twist to that. So like, Jock, he was a huge like part of my life. My pops, like I said, he got locked up. He was put in for like probably a decade. But you
That's
know,
what he was saying. That what Jock was saying? He was sorry. What happened to your father?
yeah,
Okay.
everybody knew about my pops. And so but so like Jock, it was a lot of things going on with him as well. Things going on with his family. He couldn't really keep up with boxing. I was actually on an uprising, going to national tournaments and stuff, and he couldn't do anything. And so
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know these good people, these some good brothers that's gonna take care of you. He was like, I can't really do much for you because he got to work. He had took custody of his grandchildren, and he sent me to the circle, which where I'm at now. The circle of discipline. And ever since I've been with the circle, like I really couldn't thank Jock enough because the Frazier family, like they're not coaches. They're like them brothers is my family. Like I call them my family.
Yeah.
So
Your father's out now. Is your father free?
yeah, he's out now. He's out now. You know, he he was when he got out. He went to my first. No, it wasn't my first televised bout, but pretty much then like he's been to like my fights. We try to keep in communication or whatever.
Mm.
So it's a little especially now like I haven't been really. bumping in or trying to, talk to anybody. It's been so much going on right now, and then like with this whole not just the epidemic, but I know you heard what's going on in Minnesota. You
Yeah, I
know,
wanted to touch on that. I wanted to touch on that later. I'm gonna bring that up because I see you in the trenches too. I
yeah,
see you out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna touch on that later. Um, so like, okay, from there, how did your okay? That was amateur life. I take it. That was amateur life. Now, get the decision to go pro. The streets is behind you. You left that part of life. Now that decision, where did that come from?
I was actually like top seeded in the Olympic trials. I was top seeded in Olympic trials, but um, it didn't really go exactly my way. Like I've lost a really close fight in one of the, I think you call it qualifiers, and
Yeah,
I've had opportunities to be there. They're like, you're number one seed in this next tournament. This next tournament, we need you to be there, you know. And the problem was it was just a huge financial issue. And then like, you know, the USA committee in Minnesota wasn't really much help with us. And I was just like, you know what, I'm sick of this, because it's so like uh it's so crooked, like
yeah,
just boxing period, even amateurs. You wouldn't think it a non-profit, like just nobody's getting paid for anything. Even that is corrupted,
yeah.
and I just like, you know what, I'm gonna try this little junior world tournament. I'm gonna just try it out, and after that, I'm turning pro. I'm not doing it anymore. I wanted, like, I went through the entire tournament, and they was like, "So, are you sure that you want to qualify? You want to attempt to go for this Olympic?" I said, "No, I'm just turning pro. I just didn't want it to do it because it was so much of a headache."
Right. A lot of people don't really realize how political it is. If you and that probably drives you because most of your you got 11 wins and 10 of those, or yeah, 10 are by TKO or KO.
Hmm.
So is that what drives you? Because you know how dirty the sport is, so to speak.
Yeah, like, yeah, man, like it surprisingly, like I've I had a lot of knockouts in my amateur career. You
Mm,
know, I just thought it would be a breeze. I thought I'd be a really good pick. I had like 100, 107, 110 probably amateur fights.
man,
Uh, I'd say I had about like 78 knockout wins.
wow.
And
What was your
I,
amateur record?
what is my amateur record? Like when you hit like a certain mark, you don't think
You
about it.
just be like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, probably like 92 and 15. I think I'm like I couldn't really tell you. I know how many losses I got. You ain't gonna forget your losses. Yeah, I
Right,
got
right,
plenty
right.
of losses, but I will probably say like a good guess, probably 92 to 15.
Got you. Now, when'd you go pro?
I went pro 2015, you might as well say 2016. I went pro at
2016.
the year. You know what? This November or December, I think. Yeah, like November or December. I had like maybe one fight, and then the next year I had like probably five or six. Like they kept me real busy. They kept me real busy.
Got you. Now, usually, and a young person, I mean, when a guy goes pro, their first couple of years, it's like 10 fights, 10 fights. Like I interviewed Peter McNeely, and I was looking at his record, and it was like for 3 or 4 years, it was 10 fights, 10 plus fights. and that's to, for one, money, and then to just keep building up, building up, building up. Is that something that you're focused on, or are you just focused on getting quality name fights that way to build your purses up?
Um, that was like the plan, but
Hmm.
like I said, in the beginning, it was really hard for us because
Yeah.
we're in Minnesota, and Minnesota is we're known for build up fighters. We're known for you can have a a dude to be really good from US, I mean nationals, amateur boxing or whatever, and
Hmm.
it will build him up, give him like 5, 10 fights, and then just send him to for like the highest bidder. And the problem with that was that's not us.
Gotcha.
We're not them type of fighters. We come in to win. A lot of fighters come in to fight. We come to win, and they
Hmm.
didn't the the business side of boxing. A lot of people don't realize and understand the business side of boxing, and we just had to go out and do it ourselves. And I'm like, I had opportunity to be on the Olympics. I was number two, number one for a few years on the USA team.
Hmm.
I literally fought for the country. And it's
Hmm.
like gave me this type of treatment, and so we just said, F it. We're gonna reach out and try to attempt to get to PBC. My brother Jamal James, one of the top fighters in the country, he got his opportunity, and so Jamal threw out that word like, hey, I got a brother that's just as good, and then where I'm at now, I'm
Got
like,
you.
and we
PBC came with that check.
yes.
They came with that check.
they,
Okay. All right.
they came with that check. They love Minnesota so much. People don't understand this. PBC got so much love for us, and we got in us vice versa. The fact is, they made a black owned. It's a auditorium where we fight at in Minneapolis, the heart of Minneapolis, downtown. Black owned. They like, you know what? We gonna give y'all fights, in your own town. And we like every bro, like every card, it was always packed. It was a breaking record. And
Wow.
they loved it. And the thing with us, we were very humble about what we did. We never was loud, crazy, had to pull a stunt just to get it. We let our performances do it for ourselves. you know,
Got you.
and that's why, like, we love PBC so much. We got so much respect for them.
Hmm.
So
Now,
it was definitely a bumpy road, but we got the job done, and now we're here.
mhm. Now, they are they out of Ohio?
PBC.
PBC? Yeah.
I'm not really
I
sure
always wondered that because
I,
they got
that's a
Boom
good
Boom
question.
Mancini and Sean Porter. They got Boom Boom Mancini and Sean Porter. So I was thinking like they got to film in Cleveland somewhere. I was thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They, I mean, like
I gotta ask my head coach that, because
when you find out, inbox me that information because I've always wondered that.
yeah, because he talks to Al like almost every single day. So Al he
Uh,
knows,
who's
you know.
Al?
Al Heyman.
Al Heyman. Oh yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, you can't even find a
Yeah.
picture of that guy. He's from Cleveland too. You see, he's from Cleveland. Al Heyman's from Cleveland too. Have you ever had a conversation with him?
No, but no, Jamal James did. Jamal James and like I said, my head coach, my other brother, he's a secondary coach as well. They have, but no, I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
It's hard to even find a picture of that brother online, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like to speak with him just on some one on one, just get information because he used to back in the day. He used to the way he got into boxing. He was doing like he would have like Parliament and the Gap Band, and like he was doing concerts and stuff. He was doing concerts before he was boxing promoting. A lot of cats don't know that he's a real quiet, secretive, to
Yeah,
himself type of
but
dude. I really would like to have a conversation with him. But he's out of Cleveland too, and he's tied with those guys. He's tied with PBC. Oh wow, I never knew that.
mm, yep, that's
Never
the
knew that.
yep, that's the head honcho. He's the one that's making all the moves, making the
Yeah,
pop for us. So yeah, gotta have a lot of respect and love for that brother.
yeah. And I hear he's a good dude. So let's talk. Let's talk what's going on now in Minnesota. Is it still riots?
Um, honestly, for the most part, we still having protestings. Like we literally had a protest like 2 hours ago, but it was very peaceful. It was mad love. It was a huge crowd. Um, for the for about 2 weeks, it was a war zone. It was terrible. The brother Big George, which is crazy. Like I found this out a week ago. Big George was a security guard. Him and the officer was a security guard at the club that I fought at.
I
And my
heard that. I
yeah,
heard that they were security at the same place for some time. So
and
the story is deeper.
it's deeper than that. In the rodeo's not big at all. It's
Mm,
not. So there was this thing where the I guess the owner was saying, she said she's not sure if they known each other. No, they known each other. Cause my coach was like, he was trying to get him to box at a our gym. Cause Big George is a big dude,
yeah,
like big dude. And one of family friends, she used to work there. She said, yeah, they knew of each other because she worked there for some years. But anyways, everything where I live at, everything where I live at, like I'm probably like not even a mile, not even it's walking distance from where he was killed, where Big George was killed. You
mm,
know, not even a mile where he used to work, where they both used to work is where I'm at. I'm pretty much where I live at. I'm a mile of walking distance from where we be having our fights at for PBC downtown. So the thing about that is everything has happened right in front of where I live at. I've seen
gotcha.
all the destruction, like my block, everything is burnt down. Everything. Where I
Mm,
live is probably the only thing that's still standing. And when I said it was a war zone, me and like 30, probably 40 residents, the whole entire week, we had to fight. We had to fight, keep these looters off, keep them from invading and reckoning everything. We had to fight the whole time.
now,
And
go ahead. Go ahead.
like what was real, like one thing that like a lot of us was real mad about, they didn't really say a lot of stuff that happened. You know, it's
As far as
it's really unfortunate. It was a lot more chaos than what they made it out to be. But
as far as what?
um, like I mean, they got the burnings down. They got the rioting, destroying most of the city down. But they didn't really say like what exactly happened, and also with the military and the police. Like we was the police. We had
Hmm.
police through all of this. Like they were not there. Like like when I'm seeing people freaking breaking into our parking ramps, taking our cars, we had to
Wow.
call the police like 100 times. The next thing you know, they burning hot cars. They burning our cars. The fire department didn't even show up.
Oh wow.
Like they let stuff happen. And like I said, like I live on Lake Street where everything was burnt down. I'm on Chicago on Lake. I seen all of it, everything, and they didn't do nothing. It took them almost like 4 or 5 days to finally get up and do something. National
Mm,
Guard, like The National Guard came, I want to say, last Wednesday. Was it last Wednesday? Last Thursday? Um, it was really very little they could do because they were so small. They was little. Like them people was running, they were running them. But
Bam.
then but then when Trump was like, "Oh, he made these allegations." I don't want to say anything political or anything to ruin the viewers or anything.
Right, right. And,
He
and 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 keep in mind that you got contracts going on, right? You got
Yeah,
sponsorships and all
true.
that.
He made a statement. I was honestly happy he had made this statement that he was going to like bring out more, to help. They did come,
Hey,
but
you broke up. You broke up. He said he was gonna bring out what?
he said he was going to bring out like more support or whatever to help. They did come, but it was too late. Everything was destroyed already. Everything was done already.
Uh-huh.
People in the inner city now, I have to go to like 2 towns away because they destroyed the capital too. We gotta go 2 towns away just to freaking get groceries and stuff. That's how bad it is. Family Dollar, like there's a Family Dollar right across the street from us. That was
Uh-huh.
it was torch. And like so many people was heartbroken because not because it's Family Dollar, but like like the people that worked there and all of us, we were so close to them. That was literally like a family store. Like we all knew each other. That was like a
Yeah,
community store. You know,
right.
when that burnt down, I'm like, man, it's serious. That's like way too close to home. Way too
Mm.
And then they freaking destroying US banks, got into US banks, got into all the banks taking the money, burning them down, ATMs all over the store. I mean all over the floor, the ground, the streets. It was chaotic. I'm like, man, like we doing this to our own neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um what do you suppose like a group of oppressed people that they don't have their own financial structure, you know, so the only way for them to, I guess, get their point across, because like this ain't start with George. We've been getting killed in the
Oh
street.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
so the
Yeah.
only way to get for the oppressed to get our point across in a capitalistic society is to disrupt the financial institution, affect the dollar, make those corporations see like, well, you know, if we continue to accept this and we us as a company don't come up and say something, we're gonna be out of some money. We're gonna be out of a store. We're gonna be out of so Nike is on board. Walmart is on board. They
Hmm.
didn't touch the Walmarts and Nike stores in Atlanta because they came out and said even some words, help them save their stores. But in a capitalistic society, how can the oppressed get uh get their point across without you know disrupting
Right.
the local economy? So I feel bad that stuff happened to the mom and pop stores and even the corporate, because there's people that got to go to work now. You know what I'm saying? Now your money's messed up. I feel bad, but I feel like at the same time, like sometimes maybe in war, we have to sacrifice.
Yeah, and a good brother had he said that to me as well, but I had put it this way in perspective. If you want to go destroy something, not ours, you know what I mean? Because that money
Yeah,
flow, we lost that money flow. Now we gotta
right.
go out. We gotta go to the suburbs.
And
We gotta
spend
go
our
out
money there.
and spend our money there. They got our money now. And we destroyed all these jobs. We don't have any jobs now. It's
Yeah.
it was so bad they were like going to do a 2 week like shutdown to where nobody can go out and do anything. You can't even go to work. Everything is shut down. That's how bad it got. I don't know what happened to that. People are still waiting on that. Um, but I just wanted to like. why did we have to do this to our own neighborhood though? Why
Right.
our neighborhood? I mean, like, I don't want to say nothing too wild. I mean, why
Yeah.
though? You know, why do we have to do it here? Why somewhere? Why couldn't it be somewhere else? But then I had acknowledged the fact was in the middle of these riots and destruction, it wasn't our people. These were like I've seen so many license plates that I'm like
Why?
Michigan.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why are you guys here? And so many people kept saying like we had out of towners coming in to help support, but they wasn't really helping support. They was
They was
like
up tearing up.
tearing up, and this was like really heartbreaking. In the middle of us, fighting the rioters, uh, I had, like I said, we were all fighting. It was like it wasn't just no regular street fight. This is like I've seen freaking.
Hold on. I don't want you to use that term because you were protecting your property.
I'm
You were
protecting my
protecting
property.
you
I'm
you were
protecting
making sure
my property.
nobody came in your house, right?
Yeah, I
You
was
were making
protecting
sure that
my property.
nobody burnt down or came in your house.
Right. And uh, I'm licensed. A licensed firearm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to stop these dudes. Like y'all need to bounce. What are y'all doing? And dude was like, "Hey man, why are you stopping us?" This dude had like a mocktail. Whatever the glass bottle was, it was on fire. He was about to wreck us, destroy everything.
Oh,
And
Molotov cocktail.
yeah, and it was a brother. And I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
and that's what they're not trying to tell y'all either. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, you need to go away. What are you doing? He was like, bro, you stopping us. We protesting. And I'm like, protesting what? Destruction? I'm like, bro, people live here. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Nobody knew that our building had people living there. It's a loft slash condos or whatever. And we
Mm-hmm.
have there's like a grocery store, there's like hundreds of restaurants downstairs. You know,
Okay, it's like an industrial looking type of place.
yeah, but the thing about
Okay.
it, everybody knows that building. These
Mm-hmm.
guys have a clue. They're like, bro, I didn't know. I'm sorry, and they up and left. And then like it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe yeah, like four o'clock in the morning. National Guard was literally a block away because the fire department was pulling out this store fire. They was pulling out the fire at this Mexican store, and
Mm-hmm.
they're literally a block away, watching everything. People get shot, stabbed, jumped, uh, burning down like all these stores, burning down Foot Locker, this black owned clothing store. They just burned, destroying everything. They even destroyed Cricket. Cricket foam
The,
store.
the 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 phone store.
Yeah, Popeyes. They destroyed Popeyes.
Oh
I'm
no,
like, are
where we
you
gonna get the sandwiches from, man? Man,
I'm like,
how I'm gonna
oh
get a gluten burger, man? How I'm gonna
right.
get? How I'm gonna get? Oh man, they done tore up the Popeyes.
Man. And they were just sitting there watching it. It had hit 4 o'clock. So when the riots started, it was about like 1,000 people there. When it was ending, it was probably like 200 people left. And then they finally decided to come start to clean it all out. And I'm like, dang, we already had it from here. Y'all might as well just kept doing what y'all doing, cause like they were already leaving. They were
Mm,
leaving, and then they finally decided to show up. And it was
I take
like,
go home.
yeah. Then they decided to like, y'all, all right, we breaking this all out. It was like that for about a week. You know,
Right.
and then last week, towards the end of the week, then they started enforcing these rules. Then they started to get serious. Um,
Mm,
we was on curfew. Well, we're still on curfew. It's it's a curfew from I want to say 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. You can't go outside. It was to where if you go outside, you will get shot by the military.
damn.
I
Wow.
know if it was true or not, but I wasn't finna go outside
You
to
would
find
go,
out. I was
yeah.
so
Right,
a few people did tell me that was true. It was actually on the news. They did shoot this woman in her family. They were standing like on their porch, and then the officers were like, go inside, and then they shot like this green stuff at them. So I guess it was true, but like I didn't want it to find out. And
right.
within 2-3 days, you don't hear anything. No more rioting, no more BS. It's just peaceful protests during the day. And that's so for the most part, everything has like it has been pretty peaceful. Now it has been pretty peaceful.
Got you. All right. Well, that's that on that. Do you have plans to move anywhere else aside from? You plan to stay in Minnesota?
Me and my wife had that talk.
Uh,
After this, we had that talk. I was like, man, I want to go home. Let's go to Africa. Let's move to Canada. I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to be here no more.
let
I,
let
man,
me let me ask you this: with Las Vegas being the boxing mecca of the world, would you ever think about moving there?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think we ever talked about Vegas.
It's actually pretty cheap to live there now. It is, but I think in the next couple of probably about two or three more years once the Raiders get rolling. I think the price of real estate is going to go up out there.
Yeah,
The price of real estate is going to go up. But
yeah,
right now it's actually comparable to Ohio. Like you can get a 3,000 square foot home for probably quarter million, 175, something like that out there. But I mean, I don't mean to talk numbers. I was just curious, like just for business sake, just to
yeah,
do business out there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That might put you in the mix for other stuff.
because, like I had mentioned earlier, or whatever, we with PBC, we already built our foundation,
Got you.
and
Yeah.
we're going to continue to grow.
Mm,
We're gonna push this out to even somewhere bigger that's in Minnesota. We want to have that here, like where we don't have to go anywhere else to go fight. I mean, it's going to happen, but
yeah.
I mean, have you heard? Have you ever heard two hometown boys from the same gym fighting in their own hometown for a world title televised at the same night?
No, that'd be crazy.
That what was going to happen in April. That was
Yeah.
the plan. And I'm not sure, but I think they're trying to put that together for July.
For July, if that happens in July, let soon as you find out dates, let me know the dates,
I will.
okay? So I can book my flight. Because in
Yeah,
July, actually, I got some time off in July. I will be there.
yeah.
Probably me and my son. Yeah, I would definitely be there.
It's
Um, what's your average day like?
before all this or after?
I mean, I mean, just now, well, damn, you going through a lot. You ain't just dealing with the COVID, you know.
Yeah.
So you like before all this, like you say you getting ready for a fight. What do you do? What do you do? What do you take out of your life? You're vegan, right?
Hmm.
So you already got a lot of stuff chopped. I don't
Yeah.
even know why you was mad. I don't even know why you was mad they burnt down the
I was just surprised. I'm like, they burnt down Popeyes? Like, what? I was surprised. I'm like, dang, don't y'all all eat there?
right.
But
How hard was that? How hard was that get veganism? How hard was that going from
the
eating meat to
I was pescatarian for 5 years. It wasn't that hard, and plus me and my wife.
pescatarian? That for people that don't know, pescatarian is when you eat vegetables, fish, and birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, mine's was just fish, just fish.
just fish.
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
fish and vegetable. Um, but it was like a good growth from that, and then moving on to the next level. Vegan's not really hard because we cook a lot. We cook a lot, and then the best thing about Minnesota, it's huge on vegan life. Like you gotta experience the vegan life. I ain't telling you to like cut it out. Just try it for like one day or just a week. Like it's pretty lit. It's pretty lit. And um I lost so much weight. I'm
Yeah.
freaking now I fight at 147. I'm
Yeah.
might end up fighting at 140.
And you
You know,
5'10"?
yeah, 5'10".
Oh, you lean. Damn,
Yeah,
you lean.
yeah. And like me fighting, I know you see me fight them giants at 154.
Yeah.
I should never been at that weight class because I'm like I had to eat before weigh-ins, and I'll be like 150, 150, barely making it. But I'm a dog. Like I was always like I will fight whoever. I was always like that.
Yeah.
But there was like we got to be smarter about our decision making. And you mentioned earlier what we trying to do. I'm at that position to where I can just gradually build or just go straight for it. And we're at that mix. We're at that mix of what we're trying to do because like the fight that I was going to have on April was a really life-changing opportunity. I was going to fight a undefeated international fighter. I can't remember where he was from, but he was like number 14 in the world, I think. I could be completely off, but he was like
Mhm.
number 2 in his country.
Yeah.
uh and like I don't even know if July, if that's going to happen. We can't even, because like I don't know what's going on in his country. So they just told like, get ready, we're going to handle it, don't even worry about it. But okay, the problem with me is I talk too much, I go off topic. Sorry.
It's all good. I do the
Yeah.
same thing. We cancers. We
Yeah, I'll
cancers,
talk
bro.
all day.
I'm July 10th. You July 21st, right?
Yeah,
You a
yeah.
cancer? I'm a
We'll
cancer.
talk
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. We do that.
Yeah. So back to the vegan. Um, like I said, it was easy. My wife, she actually introduced me to it. I'm just like, I guess, I was, all right. And I never switched off ever since. It's a easy transition. It's super lit. Like if you cook a lot or whatever, it's
hmm
if you know a lot of people, if you know a lot of places that does that, you'll be fine. In Minnesota, like it's very vegan friendly, so that's why I'm very lucky to have it. A lot of people, I get a lot of support. I get a lot of bad feedback because people like, oh, you're an athlete, you're a professional athlete, you need meat. Like the gladiators in Rome was vegans. Freaking
Oh
ancient
wow, I never knew that.
warriors vegan. Like why do we need to eat meat? You know,
Right.
but I feel like, dude, I feel like a kid. I feel like I'm 17. Like I'll be
Right.
out with the shorties I be training. Like I have so much energy and stuff. So it's a really good humbling experience for me. So what I've like experienced and what I'm going through in life and stuff. And through
Oh.
this whole epidemic and process, I don't know if you see my stuff. I'm very like motivating, very supportive.
Yeah, I
You
seen that, and that struck me as like you don't see that often from young brothers. I mean, you 28,
Yeah,
29. How old are you? 29. Yeah, you really don't see that a lot in our community. Um, sometimes it seems like it take for a cat to hit 40 to be positive. You know what I'm saying? You go get gas, is brother mugging like, yo, nah, bro, it ain't even like that,
Yeah,
young brother. Make me feel old. I'm only 31. Like, hey, young brother, yo,
right,
hey,
right,
yeah, smile, brother.
right. I'm like, what's
You
up with
know,
these kids, man? It's definitely be like that, and
yeah,
through all of this, I'm like, man, going on right now, we gotta have each other's back. We gotta have that. We don't really have no huge like leaders to look up to. If
they
you
kill
think
him.
about it, who do
They
we
kill
got?
him. Yeah.
Exactly, we got.
So let me ask you this: what do you have on outside of the ring? You got any business ventures? You looking to do any business ventures? Any like sponsors? Who like what do you got going on?
Well, a lot of people don't notice. I was involved heavily into the educational department. I
Hmm.
worked. I was working with middle school students. I was working with elementary students. Uh, I was a behavior specialist. I had my own program where I pretty much was like what I'm doing now. Like I had to teach these kids like what is the right decision making. I was pretty much a dang teacher. you know, um, being really supportive. I felt like I was a dad. I have like 300 kids. That's not mine, but they're my kids.
Yeah. Do you have kids yourself?
Yeah, I got two. I got the third one coming.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Congratulations, brother.
yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Congratulations. I got two in there. They running around. I usually do this when they not home, so I be in the house. But they in
Yeah.
there. My daughter. I just got off of work. My daughter running around like daddy. So she ain't
Uh-huh.
seen me yet. But
Yeah,
uh,
it's amazing, man. And that's what I'm doing right now. But with further along with the boxing, I want to build like a community center for kids. I love kids. Like I love kids. You know, I want to build a community center, keep them out of the streets, have them have like goals. I want them to prosper because we don't have people to help kids build. You know, that's what I want to do. That's the being in the school field taught me that. I was honestly, before I took a break, I wanted to be like get my degree and be a teacher.
yeah.
But boxing has like really like took a lot of my time now,
Hmm.
and like I said, I'm using boxing to not just to get. I mean, I want to be a world champion, of course, but
Right.
with that, I want to like give back, and this is my way of giving back. Because
Hmm.
how do you give back to your community? You put the knowledge and the teachings that you've learned, you put it into the children, so when they grow, they can do the same thing.
Right.
And so that's where I'm at right now.
Wow. Those are all your belts and stuff behind you. Are those your belts and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
so
wasn't planned, but I guess that works. That wasn't planned because
I usually I got three gloves, and behind me where I usually sit in the house, I got a Tyson autographed Tyson glove, and then I have Ray Mancini, Boom Boom Mancini, and then Ernie Schaefer's. So those was my three favorite heavyweights, and I finally got autographed gloves by them. But who's somebody that you met throughout your journey, famous or otherwise, that either helped you or inspired you to be a better person?
Andre Ward.
Andre
I
Ward.
I met Andre Ward. He like man, that dude like his personality, like that brother is so like I was like man, like this dude was like regardless without boxing, still try to be the best of the world champion that you are. He came to I want to say this was the year that I had got on the USA team. He was just
Hmm.
showing mad support. He stayed there the entire week. Um, and he
Yeah,
was
'cause
like,
he won three gold medals, right?
Ward?
Yeah, I think he won three.
Oh. I think he only won
One
world
one.
one Olympic gold
Oh,
medal. I mean, far as the Olympics, that's all I know. He probably won like back-to-back national tournaments, maybe
got
even
you.
internationals. I think he actually did win some international tournaments. You could be right because
Mm,
I don't think he lost in the amateurs either. You
right.
know, but he was very like a really good person. He brought his kids there. They were really good, dope. You know, he even gave us like advice after fights,
Mhm.
because he told me I would never forget this. He was like, brother, you fight like a Mexican. You, he was like, you
That's a
fight like
compliment for people. For people that don't know, that is a compliment.
yeah. He was like, you go headstrong. Be smart about it. I'll never forget what that dude had like said and did for USA Boxing. Um, you know, I've I've actually I ran into Terrence Crawford. You know,
Okay.
he's not too far from us. If people didn't know, in the USA's in amateur boxing, Terrence Crawford region was connected to our region, so our people fought his Jamal James fought Crawford a few times in the amateurs. So
Okay.
so he's really close with the circle of discipline. I've seen him a lot, like a lot of the tournaments.
Got
Uh,
you.
he was Jamal cool. Yeah, he real cool. I met Adrian Bronner a few times. You know,
He he, he's from Cincinnati,
yeah,
about 4 hours
man,
away from me. Yeah.
I love AB. I don't care what nobody say. I love
Uh huh.
AB. That's my guy.
He sell it, don't he? He
He
sell it.
sell it. He
He
does
sell
sell
it.
it. Um, dang, I've met I didn't meet Floyd Mayweather, but I've pretty much met his whole family.
Mm.
Um, dang, it's like when you have so many, but you can't really think.
It's so many. Yeah, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. Um, Andre Ward. I interviewed. You could go back and watch. I interviewed the Darnell Boone. Darnell Boone was the first person. I think Andre Ward only been knocked down twice, and Darnell Boone was the first person ever. That was the first time he ever knocked him down. And
Yeah.
what took me back was at the interview he did after the fight. Like most classy boxers will give the opponent kudos, but he gave Darnell Boone his props. And that was a close fight. I scored it myself. I counted myself, and I feel like Darnell beat him. But I mean, I like them both. Darnell's a local guy. I'm in contact with him, and but I never really met Andre Ward. Reached out. I reached out, so he never, his people never hit me back. But that was a good fight. I remember watching that. But that I interviewed that guy. He was the first person to ever drop Andre Ward, and Andre Ward displayed class when he talked about him after the interview, and I respect that. I respect him as a fighter and as a man. And he was out of Jay Prince's camp. Jay Prince from Rap A Lot Records. You
Oh,
probably
who?
too young. Jay
Yeah.
Prince,
Oh,
Scarface, Ghetto
oh,
Boys.
okay.
The guy
Yeah.
that put them on, he
Yeah.
started. He's in the boxing now. He's out of Houston, but Andre Ward was his fighter. Was Jay Prince's
I,
fighter.
I
Look
didn't know.
at look yeah looking at Jay Prince. He's interesting. He's much like Al Heyman. Much like Al
Yeah.
Heyman. Looking at
Yeah.
Jay Prince.
Yeah. I definitely got to check that out because
Yep.
I knew like Ward was he was with I knew like a couple of the promotions he was. I don't. I could be wrong. Was it Lou Bella? It was
Vir-
somebody.
Virgil Hunter was his trainer.
Virgil was his trainer. I met Virgil. He's a good guy.
How do
He.
I get in contact with him? DM me that. DM me that. If he,
I like I said, I will contact my coach because
uh
he's a talker.
okay,
Love
because
Pops. He's a talker. Like he knows everybody. St. Carl Frazier knows everybody. So I'll see what he can do. I'll see what he can do. Um,
Because I feel like now I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan ever since the Olympics. I feel like Virgil Hunter needs to get his hands on Deontay Wilder and make him a more of a boxer, not much more so a brawler.
and you know what's crazy? In the amateurs, he wasn't a brawler. He wasn't much
And
of
then,
a he. I mean, he did knock people out, but he wasn't like how he was now. You know,
got you.
I think that the power that he possessed, which is like God given, uh,
Hmm.
he just used that to his ability. You know, and I feel the same way too. Like I'm like, man, if he just had a little bit more help, you know, he
You need to get with Jack Lowe or what's my man's name? Virgil Hunter.
Mhm.
Just to fine tuning, get him together, and I feel like he will be unstoppable. I
Yeah.
feel like he'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah, I love that brother. Like you know, win or lose, that's a good dude. He's
Yeah,
really about the people. You know, he showed his. I don't know if you saw his video. That was deep. You know, his last video was mad deep. You know, that was like I like, this is exactly why I love this dude. You know,
yeah,
he's a man. You know, he's there.
right,
You know,
right. Yep. But man, our time is running out. It was good talking to you. I really appreciate the interview. Stay in contact with me. You got my number. You got my contact information. Um, you ever need anything, let me know.
thank you, bro. Thank you for even giving me the opportunity to be on this. You know, I'm glad to talk. I wanted to want people let them know like you know what's going on out here. What y'all saw in the news is very real. It's a lot deeper than what they give you. They don't give y'all everything, and I've I was an eyewitness. You know, I've seen it all. You know, but like I said, you know, I appreciate it. You know, I'll keep you all up to date. You know, as far as this car. You know, I'm supposed to be going to camp tomorrow, so you know,
Yeah,
I'll let you know. It's gonna be a
yeah.
nice food. It's gonna be nice.
Bro, definitely let me know because you ain't that far. You're not that far. Minnesota, that's not that far from Ohio, right? You on the
It's
other
not
side of
not it's like what 12, 14 hour drive. It's
yeah.
not at all. And being from Minnesota, uh everybody that's in Minnesota is not from Minnesota. We from the Midwest. You
Got
know,
you.
Chicago, Detroit,
Right.
everywhere, you know, so we always driving. You know, but I'll keep you up to date. I'll let you know what's going on and who's on the card. They're gonna be letting that all out real soon, real soon. So,
Okay. Yeah, definitely let me know that so I can book my flight.
mhm.
All right, brother. Thank you. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yep. You stay safe. Thank you, brother.
You too.